Well, her name is Amanda Allen.
And you know this, man.
CrossFit champion.
Rightio, so number 2, if we look at key elements to optimising performance, we've talked about sleep, my number 1, and number 2, maybe they're both number 1, but for the sake of this discussion, number 2 is hydration, so quality, quantity, and what all of that means. So, you know, I just see so many athletes who just recover poorly or who fatigue prematurely during any sort of workout, short, particularly long. You know, so if you're dehydrated, even 2% dehydrated, you're going to see a massive reduction in performance output, but also in terms of recovery, even if it's just muscular soreness or sluggishness or fatigue the day after training. So if we look at quantity, how much do you need? So if you're a non-exercising, God forbid you're a non-exercising individual, 2 to 2.5 litres per day. So if you're a CrossFitter, or if you're training, you know, an hour a day at minimum, you start to amp up your requirement for water, and we're looking at 3 to 3.5 litres, you know, in some mild climatic conditions. So as soon as it starts to get hot, you know, you're sweating that much more, you know, this really increases. For me, you know, I'm drinking easily 4 to 6 litres every day. And that's just, you know, that's just my, not much left here, I've been drinking it away. That's just my concoction, my green concoction, which I'll talk about shortly. You know, in addition to that, I have 2 coffees a day, so that sort of negates some of my hydrating activities. So if I've had a litre of water and two espressos, double shot, really I haven't had that litre of water. It's back to 0. So what I also do is drink green vegetable juice, and that's fresh juiced at the organic cafe. From the organic cafe, so you know I'm drinking 1.5 litres of that a day, so I'm extremely hydrated, and that stuff works for me, and I guarantee you it'll work for you too, but you need to take it pretty seriously. So you know that's the gold standard for me, and that's just my my green drink. So quantity, quality. All right. My suggestion is that you avoid tap water. Most tap waters, unless you live in the you know, the Alps, are you know, full of fluorides and chlorines and all sorts of bacteria. You know, they do the best they can. So if you can take that basic water source and add a filter or put it through a filter jug, we're off to a pretty good start. So there's filtered water. And then what we need to do is start adding to that blank canvas, if you like. So when you're exercising, you need electrolytes and minerals available to your system. You don't just need it when you're exercising, but that requirement is certainly amplified. So what I personally do is create this incredible concoction that I've been on easily 5 years, 6 years now or so. And it has my vital greens in it. So this is an incredible, you know, it's rich in essential nutrients. So things like spirulina, apple powder, chlorella, alfalfa, wheatgrass, barley grass, papaya, broccoli, pineapple, bilberry, rosehip, red beet, carrot root, beech, spinach leaf, licorice, wolfberry, hawthorn, kelp, you know, and the list goes on. You know, there's a phenomenally long list of ingredients. So this stuff is is rich in minerals and superfoods and antioxidants, probiotics, digestive enzymes, you name it. So that's the base of my water, Vital Greens. And this is my pre-workout, this is my during workout, this is my post-workout concoction, and I swear by it. And so then what I add to that are my Professional Whey branch chains, BCAAs. They're the 4:1:1 ratio. So, branch chains are extraordinary, and you need to be putting them in if you are doing any sort of training whatsoever, really. So, they're building blocks. They're your protein building blocks. I would suggest if you're training without them, it's time to start looking at the benefits. So, you're looking at increased muscle recovery, immune regulation, resistance to fatigue, increased endurance, increased fat loss. This stuff is reduced time to fatigue. Like branch chains, absolute must. If you're only going to do 2 of these things, you go Vital Greens, you go branch chains. But also what I've got in my drink is my creatine as well, and that again is another Professional Whey product, most pure creatine monohydrate that you'll find. So there's the creatine. So you start adding that in. So that's that's about increasing strength, accelerating muscle hypertrophy. So that's muscle growth. The other thing I have in my drink is a beta-alanine. So the beta-alanine, again, reduced time to fatigue. What else do I say? Improvements in total work capacity, delaying onset of neuromuscular fatigue, improvements in muscular endurance, increased intramuscular carnosine. So massively beneficial as well, particularly when you're looking at any sort of endurance activity whatsoever. And then that's my 4 ingredients. So that is the secret to my success right there, and hopefully if you're interested in adopting it, it can certainly be the foundation of yours as well. Certainly, if you're looking at hydration, why would you bother? Recovery, performance. If you're an athlete, well, who doesn't want to recover? Who doesn't want to perform well? If you're any kind of athlete, you need to be looking at hydration as a critically important factor in your ongoing performance, optimizing performance. So how do you know if you're dehydrated in any way? Color of your urine. So if it's a rusty, sort of straw-coloured yellow, brown, not good. If it's a light yellow, you're on a winner. Light yellow to clear, you're good to go. So, 3.5 litres minimum a day. Get into that some quality, so make sure it's filtered, get your Vital Greens, or there's still a lot of green products on the market now that are pretty good. That's the best I've found so far. And then get onto some quality supplements, and I've found nothing better than Professional Whey. So your branch chains in that sort of ratio, 4:1:1, the creatine, the beta-alanine, and check the urine in the bowl every time so you know whether you're hydrated or not. Get onto it. Good luck with that one.
All I do is